The Kenyan government has rejected in total Tuesday's verdict rendered by the International Court of Justice, that's ICJ, on the boundary dispute between Kenya and Somalia, the Indian Ocean. President Uhuru Kenyatta, in a 12-paragraph statement, said Kenya would use all available means to protect and safeguard its territorial integrity, affirming that he would hand over to his successor an intact country, just like it was bequeathed to him by his predecessor, Mwai Kibaki. But as Francis Gachuri now reports, Somalia President Mohamed Farmajo has asked Kenya to accept the court's judgment and move on.
Kenya's rejection of the International Court of Justice ICJ decision in favor of Somalia rendered by a 14-judge bench was expected. Just last week, the government declared it would neither accept nor abide by the court verdict, whichever way it would go.
At the very onset, Kenya wishes to indicate that it rejects in totality and does not recognize the findings in the decision.
President Uhuru Kenyatta at the sidelines of the United Nations Security Council meeting in New York, dismissing the ICJ judgment.
Kenya, like other independent countries, possesses a determined geographical territory. As a devoted member of the United Nations Security Council, as well as the African Union's Peace and Security Council, we call upon the rest of the family of nations to appreciate and respect our inherent right to protect by all available means our territory.
In the Tuesday decision, the 14-judge bench drew a new border, largely in favor of Somalia's prayers, although Kenya got a portion of the contested 100,000 square kilometer area. At the heart of the dispute are oil and gas deposits in the region that Kenya and Somalia lay claim to, in a feud largely driven by varying interpretations on how the border along Indian Ocean should be demarcated.
Kenya and Somalia are neighboring states with a common border and communities with shared social, cultural, and religious practices. This decision is, in the circumstances, a zero-sum game, which will only strain the relations between our two countries.
While Kenya rejected the ICJ verdict, it was music to the ears of Somalia President Mohamed Farmajo.
The federal government of Somalia hereby confirms that we accept the court's decision in line with international laws and norms. We hope that the Kenyan government will respect the supremacy of international law and will forgo their misguided and unlawful pursuits. We hope that Kenya will treat the court's decision as an opportunity to strengthen relations between the two countries and enhance cooperation between the two peoples.
While on one hand, Kenya accused the International Court of Justice of ruling on a matter it had no jurisdiction over, Somalia, on the other hand, claimed President Kenyatta's administration had applied underhand tactics in pursuit of a favorable verdict.
We are aware of the malicious steps violating Somalia's sovereignty that were undertaken by the Kenyan government in order to pressure the Somali leadership to sit at the negotiating table and facilitate looting of Somalia's maritime resources. Somalia did not choose to become Kenya's neighbor. It was Allah the Almighty's decision, and we have no choice but to coexist in a peaceful and neighborly manner.
In July this year, President Kenyatta, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, attended an elaborate military drill at Boni Forest, not far away from the disputed area at the Kenya-Somalia border. That day, he was categorical on Kenya's territorial integrity.
Wale ambao wanafikiria ya kwamba hatuko tayari kulinda mipaka yetu, wajue hiyo ni ndoto.
Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV.